middle of this. Center this piece.
Then the wood.
Then you center that piece into this piece.
Make sure you don't move it.
Spray both sides. Hang on 1 minute. Jody, would you go grab me that orange can of glue over there? I should have done that. There's a drying period. That I use on a regular basis. Takes less time. Yeah, it dries slower, so it gives you time. But we don't want to stand around and wait for this. Set this here.
What's your drying time?
Conditions vary about 3 to 5 minutes. If it's warmer, it's faster. You just want to wait till it's somewhat tacky. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm going to start on the top. Spray it about 1 inch onto the wood. All the way around, avoiding filling the holes. Then you go back around and you spray the edge. You want to spray all the surfaces between the wood and here with the adhesive.
Okay.
Concentrating on getting this lower edge that's up against here. Okay, I'm gonna let that get tacky. Again, time varies. It's usually about 3-4 minutes.
So you just set it on something so it doesn't
Oh,
get stuck to the
yes.
table?
We have these little forms.
Okay.
And so we set it on that to keep
All right.
it up. I know, that's the hard part.
The waiting's the hard part?
Well, the thing is you usually
I
have
would,
5 of them.
yeah, I would normally have 4 of these. The table holds 4.
So by the time you get done with the
So,
last one, you're
last
ready to...
one, then I'm ready to do the first
Sure.
one. That's why I don't know exact timing.
Sure, okay.
And if, you know, sometimes you get a little more glue on there than others, and it takes a little longer to dry. Sometimes it's a little less. It goes faster. Tacky, but not too dry. Oh. All right. Back to the table. And we're going to start in this corner. We pull this up and we're going to stick this right between this edge is going to go right at the base of your wood and at the top of that bottom piece of foam. When you go around the corner, you kind of bring it this way to you to make it fit. I want it to be nice and smooth. Then,
So if you wait too long, it won't stick,
stick.
and if you do too soon, it won't stick.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. Then you're going to take it and you're going to roll it and press it down.
Wow.
Your purpose is to get this edge on the edge of the wood. So you roll it up and you press it down. Get a nice, smooth, even edge.
That's awesome.
Try and get the corners to go smoothly. usually go on that side, then this side, and then smooth the middle so that you don't get
Like a little
an
bulge.
overlap. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, when you pull the cover on, it looks nice and smooth all the way around. Go through, smooth all your edges down. And you take it down over here to a piece of plastic that's been pre-cut and laid out. You want to wrap your foam. You stick the plastic to the glue edge. Pull it on tight. Your covers will not pull over the foam. You must add plastic in
Oh,
order
yeah.
for it to slide into the
That makes sense.
fabric. Yeah. You then trim the plastic around the edge to your foam or your glue line, I guess.
Okay.
You want to trim around the holes. That's where he
Oh, right.
screws things in, and
Yeah,
the
that
plastic
makes
will
sense.
mess things up.
Sure.
Makes it a little more difficult for him.
So when you're spraying the adhesive, it has to be pretty much right on.
Yes. Yeah, and you don't want to get it. You don't want to overspray into here
Yeah.
because then again pulling the cover on
It's gonna-
becomes
yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
gonna-
work well with glue.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it over. Would you hand me that cover behind you again?
These are one of the covers we
This-
sewed yesterday.
This is what we sewed yesterday. So, the open part goes to the bottom, and it's somewhat self-explanatory.
Yeah.
So, pull it on this way first. Pull it tight so that the corners are in and it's on straight. I turn it over, and I roll it that way and roll that seam so it all goes away from the wood. Turn it back over. Once again, pull this way down tight. And you're going to turn it inside out on this corner with your seam that way. Again, you want all your seams to go, all your outside seam, that seam should all go towards this middle
okay.
part. Yeah. And I just kind of stretch it down. You turn it over and you check your seams. You kind of pull that, tuck that part in, and then I just take it and roll that seam that way.
So that's all above the wood?
Yeah. So all the way around, you can see this. Basically, if you can see the stitching, your seam is going the proper way.
Okay.
And that gives it a nice, clean, flat
Yeah.
look. And you can see on this side, and it just makes it all nice and neat.
Wow. So that's it for the bottom?
That's it for pulling the cover on. Now, and we will staple them. The second step. We have two different stools that are done in two different manners. One is the 80C08 and one is the 80C09. And basically, the initial stapling is the same. But because the hardware is different, we need to punch holes in different places. Okay. So, we will do the 08 first. We want to pull the cover. You don't want to pull the cover, you want to push the cover. So, the
Okay.
purpose is to get this seam even with your wood, or as best as you can. You want a nice straight line. You're going to staple close, but not right on the edge. And you're going to do this 3 times on the top, so that this is a nice straight line. And turn it over. You're going to grasp this, you're going to pull it sideways, not onto here like this. See what happens? It bubbles.
Okay.
You want to stretch it this way, and you want to bring this seam up to that edge of that wood. Right there. And right there. So this is a nice straight line. You go to this side. Just gently bring that up. Does not take a lot of stapling. I generally just do the 4 here, 2 there, 3 there. And then you pull this so that they overlap, and this should hold it. This should line up with that. And look, just like that.
Wow.
Pull this again. And that's the first step of the stapling. Now, the holes that we just covered up need to be uncovered.
Of course.
You've got to find them. Now you can feel the little divot in there. We're going to take this punch thing, and we're going to strong arm it, push it down, and uncover the hole.
Okay.
Grab this one. It's better. We'll get a sharp one. So there's 2 holes there. Two holes over here. There's 1 down here. Yeah. There are punches that are theoretically made to use a hammer with, but
Oh yeah.
we don't use it because it moves too much. You want your holes, you want to cut the fabric right around those points without getting it too far away. You want it right around the hole so that when he puts the hardware on, all you see is fabric, not wood. Then the final step is we have to center the Duratex. And on the 08s, you center it. The holes are slightly off, so it's going to look just a little uneven down here at times. You center it between this point and this point. I take this hardware and I double check. So the holes are lined up, and the top of the Duratex should stop right, line up with this hardware. Yeah, and even on both sides.
Okay.
Now that we've got that, you staple one in the middle, close to the edge but not right on it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull it down so it lays nice and flat. 1, 2, 3. Evenly spaced, not below this little edge right here where it curves down.
Okay.
This is the initial And then again, you want to stretch that so that it lays nice and flat. And that's all we do. When he builds the stool, he needs to raise this flap to have access to the inside. When he's got his hardware on there, then his step is to staple it the rest of the way down.
Got it.
And that's on the ADC.
That is on the ADC-08. Now the ADC-09,
Is the wood always labeled like that, or was that
I
just
did
for,
that on purpose.
Did that.
just for the video? Okay.
Well, then I have to keep them over there because I know the difference, but nobody
Sure.
else. So, same process. 1, 2, 3 on the top. Oop. Out of staples. No, I didn't. Okay.
Just misfired.
Yeah. Okay. And now, on the ADC-09, make sure I get this right.
Punch again.
Okay, now it's different holes. So we're going to do the punch, and these holes, there's one here, there's one here, and only one here, and one here.
So you highlight that.
So instead of 8 holes, there's only 4?
Oh, no, that's just initial.
Okay.
This is just what we do on the, for the material. And we add the Duratex, and we're going to cut more holes.
Got it.
Okay. Now, this one's a little trickier for centering because you don't have a reference. So, if you've pulled your cover on properly, sewn it properly, it's pretty even. So you just center this right above these two, and then I check and see where these are. You can see the divot, that's where those holes are on the top seam.
Okay.
So I just try to bring it up just a little bit above the edge of those holes so that they are
So you
right
wanna cover the
there.
holes
You want to cover the
exactly.
holes without getting it up too much. If you bring it up too high, the hardware down here, this
Sure.
won't fit right. Then again, same principle. One in the middle.
No staple.
Wow. Oh, it's probably not like it's slow. Four on the side. What the heck? Huh. Okay.
So again, just up to that corner.
Just up to that corner so that he can access. Okay, now we go back to the top. We find those holes. And now we have to punch through the Duratex. It's a little more difficult. Thicker material. Just try and get access to that
Right.
without making it. Now I have this pattern to lay out on here so that we can find those other holes that are hiding underneath. And I have a punch. So you line it up with these two, best you can. It won't always match your Duratex if it's not in there. Find that hole in there. And punch through. This thing's all flat.
Not the center one?
No, that came with the pattern. I'll fix that.
I'm like, huh? Wait.
Then again, you feel with your finger, you find that hole underneath. And now it's complete. And that is for the ADC09.
Wow.